face to the told me like Toby. Keep on running, toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself.
Hey, welcome back to FFC. This is Coach. I'm here. Sorry for that. I had a little bit of technical difficulties getting in here, but we are here. We are live. Sorry for the voice. I am still dealing with whatever Miami got going around this. I don't know. Something wrong with my hair. Whoa. But I'm still congested, but I can breathe. I'm good. So we are here, and week 11. Is it week 11 that just passed? That's how fast the NFL season is going. It's just zooming on back. But yes, we are through week 11, and we are here to recap week 11. But before we do that, everybody say hi to my beautiful wife. But before we do that, let us get into where we at. Disappointing news. Really against the Bucks, safety Talona. I hope I said his name right. Funga. He has a torn ACL, and he is out for the rest of the season. So, buddy boy, looks like you coming on over the coach's couch. You know, hang out with us. I mean, you did good. You lasted longer than a lot of others. You know, got through 11 weeks, but man, I think that is a really big blow in safety wise to their secondary. This one sucks. This one sucks. It's just like they've been putting in all this work, and like the one thing the 49ers just can't deal with right now is definitely season-ending injuries, right? Like, that's just not gonna go well for anybody. But I don't know. Hopefully they can find a next man up type of guy, but he was something special. So sad news for him. And then, you know, of course, Devon A-Chain comes out, comes right back on in. Come on, have a seat. You're out for another 4 weeks. Come on and have a seat. It looks like it's Raheem Mostert all the way through. So, but outside of that, we got rid of coach's couch. Oh, and of course, we have to add Joe Burrow and Deshaun Watson to the list. That sucks, right? 2 paid quarterbacks in the same position or same division out. Browns released. They were able to mount back. They were able to mount a win based off of their loss. But I don't know if the Bengals are going to be as fortunate. I like the guy they got behind. He seems spunky. He seems like he got a lot of let's go get it, guys, and type of. But I hope it worked. I hope he ain't coming out looking like Mac Jones or Zach Wilson. Hopefully he comes looking like DeVito. Because DeVito he looking. Hey, Daniel Jones, you might be getting traded at the end of the season. A lot of people in the quarterback. Your contract is worth a trade. So don't get too comfortable if DeVito seems to be taking over this New York streamway, because so far as a rookie coming in late, he's looking good. Remember, ain't no tape. Everybody coming in late, they look good with no tape. As Brock Purdy, just saying. But Brock Purdy still looks good. Okay, he still looks really good in his second year. Just saying. I like what I saw. Oh, we had a. Oh, sorry about that. Daughter had a little bit of a situation. Heck yeah, baby. You got mad because clothes didn't fit her anymore. I'm sorry. My daughter's 4, and she loves these princess clothes that she has. And unfortunately, she's not the size of a 4-year-old. Baby girl, big, like not big, like she wears size. She's tall. She's just so tall. She looks She's about to be 5 on Sunday, but no, she looks like she's 6'7". Like she's tall. My son's what, 5'8", he's 14. You know, I make beasts. And my poor wife, she's 5 foot tall. All right, so before we get in, so with the topics we have today, we're going to recap week 11, of course. We're going to get into any newsworthy information that's out there. What else we have? Scoring leaders in the NFL or for fantasy this week are going up to week 11. Excuse me. And then ending my show, very special. I give a lot of attention, a lot of attention to players. They do good, when they do bad, recognizing what they do, letting them, hey, this guy needs to go. Like, this guy needs to come off the field. Coach ain't gonna shy from none of that. None of it. Right? When it comes to coaches, I'm the same way. And we got a few of them we'll discuss later today. Because I am not happy with the production that is being put out on the field by some of these NFL coaches, especially the ones that deem themselves defensive coordinators, head coaching. On top of that, we're gonna end the show right. We got some. There are some coaches that we have to talk about. Some of them might get dug into a bit. Coach may have a fine from R2L. If I don't watch my mouth, coach can get a little passionate. It's, ain't nothing wrong with that. But coach can slip of the tongue, So hopefully, that's why I want to save this segment for the end, so I can process in my head how to come out with all of this while I speak to you guys about everything else. I got a back brain that work all by itself. No issue. He just moved up to the front when I need him to. All right, let's check these comments real quick. Hey, Kane, of course I do. Let me tell you, this is a live show. This show answers, I talk everything fantasy. I do everything. Like, we can talk about, again, we're going to discuss things in the world of football. We discuss things in the world of fantasy. I discuss things in the world of, like, if you show me your parlays, I'll tell you if they're good parlays or not. If you got tier group games that you have on DraftKings, you want to screenshot me your roster for that. And I'll tell you, if you can screenshot me like who you want to choose, I'll tell you who to pick out of those. Like I do everything. I wasn't supposed to be in a fantasy league at all next year. Actually, I lied. I was supposed to be in 2. I was going to do a dynasty league for the first time in my life, and I was going to do IDP. Yeah, I was going to do fantasy and I was going to do IDP. But one of my coworkers, Chris, he wanted me to be in the fantasy chat group. A lot of guys that are in that chat group, they work with us, and half of them I talk to almost on a daily basis about what about their rosters. Kudos to Lance, who got Danny's first place right now. Andy's up by 2 games. Lance is boss man at Maxwell's. Danny is an old co-worker who comes there all the time, but they're all in the Maxwell Fantasy League. Gus, I've been helping Gus a lot. I'm sorry, Gus. It's Buddha, Gus. I found the sniper. I found that guy that's up at 4 a.m. sniping everybody. Buddha's gonna kill me for that one. And Buddha is a regular that does DJing at one of our other restaurants, Strange. So we have a lot. We got a. Hold on. Where's my make sure I do this right. Where is that? Hold up. And my mother-in-law. But we got to hold up because we got a super chat. Thank you. Let's see. Trade team analysis. Oh, yeah. Talk to me. Let's see what we got. So far, background, I have Josh Allen, Saquon, Rashad White, Keenan Allen, Hollywood, Hawkinson, Christian Watson, who needs to get off your roster. Chuba Hubbard. If that's Chuba Hubbard, he needs to get off your roster. And I'm a little bit about Hollywood because Hollywood don't play good with Murray. I'm sorry. I don't say it. Hollywood been doing fine all the time with Josh Dobbs. With Mr. He ain't even Mr. Irrelevant. He Mr. Get the job. You feel me? Being on a whole other team, getting the job done. Okay? So it's Murray. So I'm a little worried about that Hollywood, but we may have to hold on to him for a minute. But unless you can find a trade, but we'll talk about that. Let's see what you got. Hawkinson, which is beautiful. Yeah, Christian Watson got to go. Chuba got to go. Cabernet. I got to look at his numbers through 11 weeks. I haven't liked them. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to them in the last 4 weeks because Seattle has kind of been doing things more in the air. And now that we got to see what's going on with my man Gino too, see if he's going to be playing this week after that injury. So a lot of questions to Seattle about Cabernet. If he's on your bench, he's most likely been on your bench sometime. At this point, it doesn't really matter. Rasheed Rice, good job. Taysom, okay. And you're 7-4 in second place. Nice. Again, nice roster. Josh Allen got a football. Rashad White, Mr. Emergence. Keenan Allen, Mr. Him, because that boy, and we're going to talk about that, about why in the world we keep asking these ridiculous questions. Is Herbert efficient? Can Herbert get the job done? Y'all need to stop that garbage, okay? Because it baffles me how this man throws 300 yards a game. Y'all still have questions. This man is strictly throwing 2 to 3 touchdowns a game. You guys still have questions. He's putting up with his offense 34 points a game, and yet his defense is giving up 36. And you all still question that he needs to do more? What I need to do is take my Herbert love into the members only chat group, and I need to go off. I think that's what I need to do because that's the only time coach is going to be able to get it all up in his way. Can't do it here because this is, children watch. But we do have an only members show where we are allowed to release our speech, as you would say. I'm getting window knocks. What's going on? I don't see anything. What's going on? All right, so now you got 7th place. Got to see another next question. I'm looking to trade Hollywood and Hawkinson for Tank Dell and Logan Thomas. Ooh. Hollywood underwhelming with Connor. Oh, see, you already see that. Yay! See, I didn't even get to that. See, now you see how coach is. See, I didn't even get to that question part yet. See, I was all focused on, and I don't move. I don't answer anything. I don't skip questions. I see with you. I start with that first comment and I work my way down. Because that's why when I do comments, I just focus on the comments before I go back to my topic. So I want to make sure I don't miss anything. But now I see. So you this guy knows what he's doing. That's why he's 7-4 in the second place. So yeah, please get that. If you can trade that, you are very right. Hollywood is very underwhelming with Kyler. Hawkinson has a backup taking target share now. And Jettis is coming back too. Yeah. But if it's for Tank Dell and you're taking Logan Thomas, and that's why the Hawkinson is going to be the bait for getting rid of Hollywood, basically, then you absolutely make that trade. Absolutely. I don't have a problem with that because Logan Thomas is emerging with, what has coach been saying? You know what? We ain't even going to take it to we boy. We're not even going to do that. What has coach been saying since the very first episode? This is before drafts. This when coach was just doing rankings of every single play. I got spreadsheets of the work I put in for this, okay? Spreadsheets. I went down the line. We went over, 194 something players? Every week, we did 60 players every week. You understand? Move people up and down. There's a reason why I moved Taylor down to 7th round, so that when people didn't waste a 3rd or 2nd round on him, they got him late because they were smart about it, and they were able to stack up other things and let Taylor just sit on the bench. They were waiting for him. Not everybody was able to let that happen. Some people still took him, and that's fine. You just knew you took him that early. You got a top running back on your bench for like 5 weeks. Why? Because he was injured for 4. And he didn't go off he didn't go off till week 6. Okay. So that was almost half the season gone where you didn't have a top 3 running back. I can't, me personally, I'm not taking that affordability when there's like 32 teams with a slew of players I can just have fun with, okay? I'm not dead set on I have to take Jonathan Taylor. I have to do it with this pick. No, I don't have to do that, okay? Look at Josh Jacobs. I told y'all to take Josh Jacobs in the 6th round, and look at him now. He wasn't at work. Only person I told you all to take in the 1st round was Saquon Barkley because he was at work. He signed his contract. He signed his franchise tag. He knew what the business was. Let's go to work. Now look at everybody that has Saquon Barkley is most likely in at least the top 4. You have to be. But what have I been saying since the rankings? When I got down, did I move him up? Nope. We kept him down. But what I talked about when I said Sam Howell. I said, take Sam Howell with your very last pick, and you're going to be one happy son of a gun in fantasy football. Because you're going to load up on everything from the top, and you're going to have Sam Howell. Why did I say take Sam Howell? Well, you all not see who his offensive coordinator is? It's either a pass or fail pimp. They already said he was a starter before the season started. That means he was at mini camps. That means he was at throw days. That means he was at, hey, teams. That means he was at the food court functions. That means he was paying staff for their breakfast and having fun on field days with the kids. That means he was in D.C. getting ready with Eric Bieniemy. They were having dinner together. They went fishing together. They went on hikes together. They went to the museums together. They went and talked to the president together. They were together. They talked together. They did everything together. And then Sam Howell got with his offense, and they got together, and they spoke together, and they hung out together. Okay, do you understand what the process is? They got comfortable with each other, okay? Do you understand through the first 3 weeks, this man had 19, he was sacked 19 times, most sacked quarterback in the NFL. His turnovers need to be corrected. They absolutely do. But do you not understand that Sam Howell is the #1 quarterback in passing right now with 20, 27 or more passing yards? Sam Howell, the guy I told you all to take with the last pick. And he's averaging 2 to 3 touchdowns a game. Sam Howell, who I told y'all to take with the last pick. So, if that is what you did, I bet you your fantasy team is loaded with Sam Howell. Because you have to wait the top pick with a quarterback. Because if you're not going to take Patrick Mahomes, like I said, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, if you're not taking any of those 3 in the first round, maybe second, don't touch nobody else until Sam Howell. Don't worry about Herbert. Don't worry about Lamar Jackson. Look at Lamar Jackson's numbers now. I told people, nope, I take that back. I do have to apologize. I know they're winning, but I do have to apologize for Lamar. I thought his numbers would actually go up, but they're winning on the ground, and you can't knock a team how far they win. I have to apologize as he may not have been the rushing quarterback you should have taken. I never bumped up Deshaun Watson. I never bumped up Trevor Lawrence. I was scared as hell of Burrow. I've been telling y'all all season I've been scared of Burrow, and look at where we at. Look at what I've been saying about that shoulder with Deshaun Watson. Look at where we're at. All these quarterbacks getting paid all this money, and I get it. The Ravens are winning because they're winning by defense and they're winning on the ground. They're winning in ways where, I put it this way, if Lamar really has to go out there and throw the football. The issue with the Ravens is them receivers can't stay healthy, and then when they don't, the only thing I got to say is Zay Flowers. I mean, look at Mark Andrews. Hopefully Isaiah Likely can step in, which, when I tell you about Mark Andrews, I was scared about him being in the 4th round, but he got you all to this point now. And what did I say? Keep your eye on Isaiah Likely now, because he is a favorite target still of Jackson. He's a tight end that can catch. They're going to be just fine. All right, let's see. Caden, selling high on Hawkinson, maybe. Yeah, no. That's perfect. I'm telling you, the sell high price is perfect because you when I first read your message, what did I do when I went through? And look at this here. Look at this here. Okay, now we got to take it back, right? Now we got to take it back because now Coach is on a frenzy. Now we got to take it back. First thing I did was read this, right? Josh Allen, Saquon, just right there alone, right? What now? Let's fast forward. What did I say? If you got Saquon Barkley on your team, you need number 4 in the league. He's number 2. He's second place. He's got the god of football as his quarterback with Saquon Barkley, right? Then I went on to Hollywood. I said Christian Washington off your team. The reason why I didn't say Hollywood off your team is because why? I did say trade, but I said we'll talk about that later. Because if you fast forward, bing, 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 he got Hollywood and Hockenson for a trade for Tank Dell and Logan Thomas, which is beautiful. Because you won't take Dale. Yeah, buddy. You won't take Dale. He is locking himself into the playoffs with this move right here. I said, Cabernet, I'm worried about. Chuba Hubbard, off your roster. Watson, off your roster. Well, guess what you get to do when you get Tank Dell? Drop Christian Watson, sorry behind. Rasheed Rice, I'm fine with. Taysom, I'm fine with. They're not interrupting his roster. Who's interrupting his roster right now from winning in the playoffs? Hollywood. He's just consistent with Murray. I just sat here and said he was eating with Josh Dobbs. Mr. Get the job done. I got foresight. I'm just saying. All right. So what up, Joe? That's the man. That's the boss man right there. So yeah, sell high. You are selling high on Hockenson, but excuse me. You made very brilliant points. One, Hockenson has a backup taking target share, which is true because Josh Dobbs spreads the ball. Don't get me wrong, Hockenson ate that 130, but that wasn't sustainable. Not with Josh Dobbs because I think he has better vision than people to give him credit for, which is why he's able to hit a lot of people. Which is why y'all think it's a hit to you in fantasy. Look, listen to what Jettas is saying. Y'all are mad at him because he ain't coming back because he came off IR. Did y'all not pay attention to the report right after that? They opened a 21-day window for him to return. He's taking the 21 days, bro. Like, what are y'all mad about? He doesn't have to come back yet. His health, yes, it's very important. And do you understand there's 7 wins right now or 6 with Josh Dobbs as their quarterback? That is meaning, buddy, hold on. We got you. Get up. Because when you come back, we finna take this by storm. They might go to the playoffs. The coach that gets my apology is the Vikings coach. Whatever issues I had with how he was coaching that defense, to me, they look a lot better. They look a lot better. So he gets a kudos from me. And this offense with Josh Dobbs, you just plugged him in and he's moving around like he Mr. Kirky himself. Hey, I give you the kudos, my guy. You doing your job. We got some other ones though. Coach, please stay tuned. Please stay tuned because when Coach lay in, I don't lay in incorrect. I come in with the real stuff. Okay, but we got somebody. We got some people getting laid into today. I took Saquon in the first. Brilliant. Let's see. My first year fantasy $200 buy-in league. Ooh, when you're in second place, man. See, I like stuff like this, bro. I like you. And you coming to coach? You got $2. You got $200 on the line, and you coming to coach? I'm honored, bro. I'm so honored. Real talk. You better bring a tear to coaches out. Like, man, that is, Mr. Fan, where you at? Now you got a fan. I'm because man, that is real cool. You coming to coach and you got bones on the line, man. Let's see. Josh Allen bye week is week 13. Only quarterback left to grab off the waivers to fill is Will Levis. Against the good defense of the Colts. That's not going to happen. So we're just going to off the top say no. Jake Browning against the Jaguars. We may have to go Jake. We might have to go Jake. Can I ask you a question? Is DeVito available or did somebody snag it? If DeVito for the Giants is available, that might have to be the guy. Man, in fact, let me check DeVito's numbers real quick. You know, Coach don't never go. I never go in without the information for you guys. I got to look at the number. I'm a numbers guy. Hey, Lance. What's Stephon Diggs doing? What is this, November 22nd? It's a little nippy out. these last few games. Just thought I'd point that out. You know, his numbers don't look too. I could be wrong. Maybe he had Denver, New York. Ooh, it's cold in New York. 3 catches for 34, 4 catches for 27. It's cold in Buffalo. I'm just saying. Then they got to go cold Philly, where it's rowdy and cold. Woo! Wait. Then they back in New York in December with Kansas City, where it's cold. And Kansas City a pissed after this loss. Then they back in New York against Dallas, where it's cold, against that Dallas defense when it's cold. They get a little warm with the Chargers, who suck. And then they back in New York against New England. And then they got to finish off in the nice weather in Miami. So we'll see in these last few games how. But I'm just saying, like I always call it, like I'm just saying, like cold, not cold, not cold. I'm just saying that's what's left. And before all of those were left, cold and cold. I'm just saying. And let's be real. In that Cincinnati game without that touchdown, they only had 6 for 86 without that touchdown. I'm just saying, it's cold. That's for another talk. We need to go check out DeVito. Let's go check out Vinny. Tommy DeVito. I like his name. I really do. I wish it was Vinny DeVito, but it's okay. We can go with Tommy. I like Tommy too. All right, Tommy. Hey, look at it. Look. His second game, 18 for 26, 246 yards. 3 touchdowns. What's funny about that, right before that game, my man Dave, the other one of our guys on R2L, came to coach. Coach, I lost Burrow. I told him to go get Vito. Because why? I liked his game against Dallas. 14 for 27, 86 with 2 touchdowns. He had a pick. It was his first game. Excuse me. It was like his first real game. You feel me? And he had 13. I liked that. He had 13. You see me? You like, he only had 86 passing yards. He threw 2 touchdowns. But then he came back and threw 246. Look at the increase, guys. Against Washington, too, who should have won that daggone game, who I needed to win that game. But hey, DeVito said, I'm going to give you 22 points in fantasy. Too bad that Dave couldn't get him because he started Burrow. It's not the fact that he lost Burrow. It's the fact that he started Burrow. But hopefully he went and got Tommy DeVito, for future purposes. I like what I'm seeing. His next game is against New England. I think he's going to do good. He comes off of Green Bay. He comes off a bye, and then he's got Green Bay. Then he's got New Orleans, who's not doing too good. Then he has Philly. This is going to be a tough game and a loss. It should be a loss, but I think he's going to play really good. Then he's got the Rams, who's going to destroy, and then he's got Philly at home to end the season. I want Tommy DeVito the rest of the way. I love the scheduling. Y'all think it was Dabo. It was a lot more. Look, maybe it was really Daniel Jones. I don't know how. Maybe he just had a good season last year. That's why y'all got to stop paying these quarterbacks just because they look good off the season. Go ask Josh Allen, who got all that money just because he had a great game and a loss against a Super Bowl winning champion. Overrated much? Overpaid much? Get it. Fantasy football, I would tell you all day. It's Josh Allen. Did y'all not hear me say his name for after Patrick? It's always Patrick Mahomes first. But he's always after Josh Allen. Josh Allen is always after Pat when it comes to fantasy. But maybe Josh Allen should be first in fantasy because his numbers they mostly don't drop. They're always literally God numbers, period. So I call him the God of fantasy football. He ain't win no Super Bowl. He's an overpaid quarterback. You got to think through. Really look at his numbers. Are they that different from Geno Smith or Dak Prescott? He just runs and collects more. Him and Jalen Hurst are like really great at collecting dominant fantasy numbers. Josh Allen is just a bit more because he throws more yards. That's all. If they let Jalen Hurst throw more yards, His numbers will actually be better than Josh Allen. Ooh, yeah, I said it. I went there. I do. I'm that guy. All right, so let's see. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, maybe Jake Browning if you can't get Tommy DeVito, but no Will Levis. I'm not. It's not that I don't like him. They need more. They just need more. They need more on that team. There's more of a mess than there is to fix. To be honest with you. With that being said, I got to replace the quarterback with someone. You mentioned maybe dropping Chuba or C. Watson. Sorry for spam. You ain't never be sorry. No. This is what I do. This is what this time is for. This is what Coach come here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for. DeVito has a bye week 13. Shoot. Is that the same bye week as Josh Allen? It sure is. Crap. You got to go Jake Browning. Yeah, you got to go Jake Browning. Aiden O'Connell and Matt Stafford. Keep your eye on O'Connell. Let me see who O'Connell. Matter of fact, let's see who O'Connell plays week 13. May have to take that chance. That's what. Hey, fantasy football is about risk, people. If you ain't ready to take that risk, don't draft anymore. That's how I see it. Nah, you can't do him. You want to know why? One, he's got Kansas. No, he's got a week 13 by week 2. Crap. But he has not even scored over 10 points in fantasy. They're running the ball more. So they're just he is basically behind there to feed Devontae Adams as much as possible and not turn the ball over. That's really it. Until he gets more comfortable spreading the ball out a little bit better. There's just more you can see more youth in him than any of the other quarterbacks. He's got thrown into a fiery situation. And right now you just want him to be comfortable. So no, you don't want a comfortable quarterback. Go with we got to take a risk, so we're going to take that risk on Jake Browning. All right, so let us dig into where are we at? All right, we're going to keep it on here, but we're going to do our week 11 recap. I can't believe week 12 is right around the corner. My goodness. All right, here we go. So far, week 11 recap. We start with the excuse me. There we go. We start with our NFL losers. Let's see who we got lined up. We got our top 5 NFL losers here. Yes, we do. All right. So at number 5, we have Garrett Wilson. Ooh, wee. Garrett Wilson, 2 receptions, 9 yards, 1 fumble. I mean, his quarterback sucks. Let's be real. I mean, but you're on the dud list, so you have been this week's NFL loser. Number 4, Derrick Henry, 38 rushing yards and 1 reception for 6 yards. I should have traded him. Moved up Spears and just moved on. I think they held on to this running back too long, but I mean, I don't think anybody is happy with Derrick Henry numbers this year, right? I don't think so. Austin Eckler, not a good game for you, sir. 64 yards rushing, 2 receptions for 6 yards, and an ugly fumble. Josh Jacobs at number 2, 39 rushing yards, 1 reception for 12 yards. It was a bad game for you guys. All the way around. It was you were trying, but y'all weren't getting that. And number 1. Yeah, the smile on my face. It doesn't matter who the coordinator is. It's about the weather. It's cold outside. Stephon, bro, you gotta start catching, bro, because I can't keep doing this to you. I don't even not like you. I think you're a cool dude, bro, but I'm gonna tell you to do it every single year because it happens and people don't believe me. They want to know numbers in my face, 1,200 yards. Yeah, he gets 1,200 yards season. But guess what? Did you know if Stephon Diggs had catching the cold, he could have 16? Because there's more than 12 games in the season. I'm just saying, his numbers drops when the chill hits. Hey, that's just some players, bro. Some players can't play in the cold. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but 4 receptions for 27 yards for a fantasy value of 6.7 points. And that's 2 weeks in a row. You got fantasy on. It's looking a little like Stiggs. What's going on? What's going on? No blame. You can't blame Allen. They won, right? Can't blame Allen. Where you at? Where you at with that wind chill? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, guys. I don't see Stephon Diggs getting better with that. He can't catch the cold. I'm sorry. The boy need a dome full time. Him when it's hot. It ain't hot no more. But these guys can catch. No bueno. Tank Dell. Where are you at? At number 5, 6 receptions, 140 yards, and a touchdown. Saquon Barkley. 83 rushing yards, 4 receptions, 57 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And I said that I was really high on Saquon this week. DeVito. Look, when I say a quarterback is good, the quarterback is good. Like, come on, guys. I like Nick Foles. He got a Super Bowl. I didn't like his coach, and I think his coach ruined him after that 1 year. But that's neither here nor there. That's a discussion I'm pretty sure I'm going to get tore up for in our chats. His coach says some outrageous things, but they be coming true. In a way. All right, Tyreek Hill, 10 receptions, 146 yards, and a touchdown for a fantasy value of 30 points. Calvin Ridley showed up. 10 rushing yards, 7 receptions, 483 yards, and 2 touchdowns for a fantasy value of 31 points.
Turn me up.
That's what you get, because you ain't going to do it again. Trevor Lawrence, 204 for 32, 262 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and 17 rushing yards for a total of 2 touchdowns for a total of 4, which gives you a fantasy value of 32.3 points. All right, so those are your fantasy leading studs. And now we are going to go next to the top quarterbacks outside of Trevor Lawrence. Oh, what is this that I see? Oh, 3 quarterbacks of my eye. It can be at number 5, Danny DeVito. I mean, Tommy, he call him Danny. Don't call him Danny. He misses. It's Tommy DeVito. 18 for 26, 246, 3 touchdowns, 7 rushing yards. Jackson, Lamar, 16 for 26, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 54 yards rushing for a fantasy value of 24 points. At number 3, even though his team lost, even though they keep this freaking coach on the payroll, Justin Herbert, 21 for 36, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, 73 rushing yards, with fantasy value of 25. Brock Purdy, eating up again. 21 for 25. Look at that. That's efficient. 333, 3 touchdowns, 14 rushing yards. I love it. For a fantasy value of 26 points. And Trevor Lawrence leading the way to 24 for 32 for 200. Oh, we already said. Good job, Trevor. You did a good job. All right. Next, we have our running backs. Outside of Saquon, who had a wonderful game, we have Gus Edwards for 62 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 receptions for 8 yards, and a total 21 point value. We have Christian McCaffrey, 70 rushing yards, 5 receptions for 25 total rushing yard for 25 receiving yards, and a touchdown for a fantasy value of 21 points. Excuse me. Jamar Gibbs, 36 rushing yards for 1 touchdown and 6 rushing yards, 6 receptions for 59 yards for a fantasy value of 21 points. Jamar Gibbs has been 2-3 weeks in a row on these top running backs lists. That's pretty good. Jalen Warren, who has taken over for Pittsburgh. 129 rushing, 1 touchdown, 3 receptions for 16 yards for a fantasy value of 23.5 points. And those are our top 5 running backs, including Saquon Barkley. Let us move next over to wide receivers. Outside of Calvin Ridley and Tank Dell and Tyreek Hill, we have Brandon Ayuk. 5 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. And Keenan Allen in a loss because of his horrible coach. 10 receptions, 116 yards, and a touchdown for Keenan Allen. I think we said Tank Dell, right? Yeah, we got Tank Dell in there. All right, and moving over to tight ends. Ooh, guess who's not on this list? Don't see TJ. Because Josh Oliver. Oh, boy. So, Stone Smart, 1 reception for 51 yards and a touchdown for a fantasy value of 12 points. That is not sustainable. He gets no cheer. That means nothing to me. David Njoku, 7 receptions for 56 yards for a fantasy value of 12 points. Good job, Njoku. Josh Oliver, 4 receptions for 47 yards and a touchdown. Good job. Number 2, Travis Kelce, 7 receptions for 44 yards and a touchdown with a fumble, but a total fantasy value of 15.4 points. And we have George Kittle at number 1 with 8 receptions for 89 yards and a touchdown for a fantasy value of 22.9 points. Last round. All right, moving on to the defense. We have the 49ers. 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and 4 sacks for 14 fantasy value points. 14 points against, 4 total points of 11. Dolphins, 3 interceptions, 2 sacks, 13 points against for a fantasy value of 13 points. Giants back on the top, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, 4 sacks, 19 points against for a fantasy value of 19 points. Bills defense, 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, 6 sacks, 6 points against, 21 points. Cowboy defense, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, 7 sacks, 10 points against for a fantasy value of 23 points. And last but not least, our beautiful kickers. We have Justin Tucker at number 5. 1 for 1 from 39, 1 for 1 from 40 to 49, and 4 extra points for 11 fantasy points. Jason Myers, 1 for 1 from 49, 22 for 3 from 50 plus, and 1 extra points for a fantasy value of 14 points. Cario Santos, 2 for 2 for 39, 1 for 4 for 49, 40 to 49, 1 50 plus, and 2 extra points for a fantasy value of 17 points. Will Lutz, 4 for 4 for 39, 1 50-yarder, and for 17 points. That's about it. And Tyler Bass with a good game. 2 for 2 for 39, 1 for 40, 1 from 40 to 49, and 1 for 50 plus, and 2 for 3 for extra point for fantasy value of 17 fantasy points. All right. And now let's look at the worst fantasy team that could have gotten you basically the worst possible points if you started all of these players. Jared Goff, 13.7 points. Najee Harris, 4.6. Derrick Henry, 5.4. AJ Brown, 1.8. I don't know how he ended up on the dud list with his 1.8 points, but that's neither here nor there. Marquise Brown, 3.2. Cole Kmet, 5. Deontay Johnson, 3.6. No, I said it was an injury issue. He ain't injured. He just ain't catching. There's a lot of Kenny Pickett, though. Jets defense, 1 point. Nick Folk, 2 points. With a fantasy value of 40.3 points. That is the worst fantasy team that could have been constructed. For the perfect team that would have gotten you everything, we have quarterback Trevor Lawrence, 32 points. Running back Saquon Barkley, 30 points. Running back 2, Jaylen Warren, 23 points. Wide receiver 1, Calvin Ridley with 31 points. I don't know who would have done that, but not with Tyreek Hill. I doubt you would have had both of them. Maybe you could have. I don't know. Maybe you could have. Depending on the league you're in, you could have. Wide receiver 2, Tyreek Hill for 30. Tight end, George Kittle for 22 points. Flex, Tank Dell for 28. Cowboys defense for 23. And Tyler Bass for 17. That would have given you a perfect score of 239.2 points. All right. Let's see if there is any fantasy news. All right, so we have scoring leaders to go over real quick. But before we do that, let me check our comments real quick. All right, so no comments came in. So, all right, so I'm going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to go over fantasy scoring leaders. And then I get into my favorite segment. These NFL coaches. Yeah. It's time, Coach had some last-minute words for some of these NFL coaches. But tune in for all that when we come back from commercial break.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri. This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right. We are back from commercial break, and we are going to go over our fantasy scoring leaders real quick. Make sure I got everybody. No, I don't. So we will wait for that one for tomorrow. I do not have all the documentation. I do apologize. Oh, we do have another quarterback, though. We have some other news. Tim Boyle. He should be getting a start for the New York Jets. So that's the next call up at quarterback there. But no, so we'll save the fantasy scoring leaders for tomorrow's show. Yeah, we'll get back on that one for tomorrow. Let's see here. So that's great, because now my next segment is the one that I've been waiting for all show. I want to talk about three. Nah. No, I want to talk about three. Right now, I want to talk about three. I want to talk about Brian Staley, Ron Rivera, Ty Bowles. Now, Ty Bowles, I'm not gonna give you too much. It is what it is. I can't think of his name, but buddy, they just got fired from the Bills. Ken Dorsey. He'll be the coach for either Tampa Bay or the Chargers. Tampa Bay they look good offensively. Todd Bowles is just not a good coach. I hope it's continued to be seen that how do you look so efficient offensively with Baker Mayfield? By the way, you can't win football games. So Todd Bowles doesn't need to be. If you want to ride it out for the season, I get it. But here's how I look at it. Tampa Bay actually has every chance to take this division, and they could possibly still lose it. You fire him when that happens, because there's no way you got the offense that you have, and your defense looks like this. Sorry, it's Todd Bowles. Ron Rivera. For you, I've seen this story many times. The defense starts. It's like you take it over. They look where they should be, and then something happens, and it just falls. Now, I don't blame the loss on Bieniemy on their offense. It's you. This team is suffering because of your ways of defense. It's old. If you guys look at it, it's old. Maybe that's why Chase Young couldn't play in that defense. It's old. It's an old view of how defense is played. It's very push forward. No action. Your linebackers suck because they're slow, because you want meat. It's like you focus more on wanting to stop it's like you're trying to create a box. And I know I've seen that defense before. Seattle used to run it back in the days with Hasselbeck as a quarterback. It doesn't work that way anymore because the offenses are too spread now. Buddy, you have to find a way to expand with shrinkage, i.e., you're going to have to either have an extra safety or you're going to have to remove that and have an extra linebacker. If your linebacking core your linebacking core is not good at all. Basically, Ron Rivera's defense looks good for a little bit, and then it gets stale quick. That's just how it looks. I really feel if the defense is the cause of Washington not making it to the playoffs, because they should easily have they shouldn't have the record they should have. And let's go look at Washington real quick. See how I got king of these guys on interceptions, but what's their record? That's what I'm looking for. Okay, they are here, Commanders. Okay. They're 4-7. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's over. It's over. They're 4-7, bro. Like you like, okay, check this out. They should, Jesus. It ain't the offense. I can tell you that. So they're 4-7. They got to go to Dallas. That's a loss. They got to go to Miami. That's a loss. They got to go to Rams. That's a win. Don't matter though, because they're going to have 9 losses on the season after Dallas and Miami. So it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Cowboys will be in the playoffs. That little hope I had, and a lot of this to me is the defense. A lot of this to me is the defense. Like, and I'm serious. Like, I just think Rivera's way of defense, it has to go. What'll happen next is when he's released, this team will go to Bieniemy. Bieniemy will hire a great defensive coordinator of his choosing, and you'll see Washington in the playoffs next year. If Ron Rivera is not with this team, you'll see him in the playoffs next year. You will see Washington, absolutely. Their offense is efficient outside of the turnovers that need to be cleaned up, but they'll get everything on the line when Rivera's gone. His defense no longer works. That's just my opinion. But lastly, where you at, Herbert? Let's go and look at these Chargers. So the Chargers are 4-6 in a division where the Chiefs are 7-3, 5-5 for the Broncos, and 5-6 for the Raiders. Where's the division leading numbers? They don't have that. That's fine. I'll look at that later. So my point is, they're 4-6, right? They're 4-6 with a quarterback who only has 5 turnovers. 5. That's it. But then he has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 touchdowns. 19 touchdowns. 5 turnovers, 19 touchdowns. He has 1 400-yard game. He has 2 300-yard games. 3 games over 250. And the rest are, 229, 260. No, 136. He had 2 games with only 167 yards and 136 yards. And 136 yards was only bad because he had no touchdowns. No touchdowns. But his 19 touchdowns total outside of that one. He would have more touchdowns if he would have thrown 1 in that one game. Look at that. 1 game, he didn't have touchdowns. 1. His fantasy numbers, 20, 22, 29, 23, 19. He had a 10. He had a 7. 24, 28, 25. But then he has to deal with Baltimore in week 12. Then New England. Then Denver. Then the Raiders. Then Buffalo. Then Denver. And then Kansas City. They're not going to the playoffs. If they're waiting to see if this guy can turn this team around, good luck. Good luck. Because he should have been fired last year. He has had Herbert since his second year. Since Herbert's second year in the NFL because which I don't know why they fired Lynn. I really don't know why they fired him, but Lynn had him his rookie year. They should have let him have 1 more year with him. But they fired Lynn. They brought in Staley. And please tell me where this team has been better with Staley. Please. He is a defensive-minded coach, and he coughs up Let's just go take a look, shall we? Let's see here. In a loss to the Dolphins, they gave up 36 points, but Justin Herbert put up 34. In a loss to the Titans, Justin Herbert put up 24. The coach costed them 27. In a loss, hold on. Their toughest game was that Cowboys defense, where they only came set up, 17. Cowboys had 20. There's a low scoring game. That's that one. Then they got their behinds blown out by the Chiefs, 31-17. Then it's where's that one? You got Herbert putting up 38. You lose 41-38. Herbert puts up 20. You lose 23-20. Like, you beat the Jets because the Jets don't have a quarterback. You beat the Bears because the Bears don't have a quarterback. You beat the Raiders because the Raiders did not have a quarterback in week 4. Like seriously, you beat the Vikings because the Vikings, honestly, in week 3, it was between you and the Vikings of who had the worst defense in the league. Vikings won that one. Your biggest, nope, that was preseason, so that don't even matter. So, please tell me where this coach has done anything for this team. Everybody keeps telling me, all the defense, coach, all that defense. The defense has done what? Done what? They give up the most points in the league right now. And this is the head coach's defense, by the way. He's the head coach, and he's a defensive-minded coach. This is what we have. He needs to be fired, man. Like, the talents of Justin Herbert are pretty much now wasted. His contract is going to be wasted in another couple of years if this guy's still here. It needs to be Ken Dorsey, or he needs to go to Tampa and get rid of Todd Bowles. But we already know the enemy's going to take over Washington. That's what's going to happen. But Todd Bowles and Staley, they got to go. You got 2 quarterbacks over there who are playing really good football, and they can't win football games because they have the worst head coaches in the world. What more do you want? All right, guys. So that's Coach's Show for today. My little rant on these horrible head coaches. The 3 so far, anyway. Some of them are doing good. Some of them need some work, but these three have been on my radar all season, and they have done nothing progressive. Nothing. Rivera, Staley, or Bowles have done nothing to progress these teams. Like, literally, Washington should not be this bad defensively, and they are. Because it ain't the offense. Quarterback is throwing 2,700 yards. He's the leading quarterback with 2,700 yards. So it ain't the offense. Herbert is number 3 in quarterbacks. It ain't the offense. Baker Mayfield top 15. It ain't the offense. So, come on. It doesn't take a rocket science to realize why these 3 teams are losing. Their defensive coaches need to go. All right, y'all. So that was Coach's Time. Tune in tomorrow. We got week 11, week 12 news, waiver wire pickups. Start sits for we can start it early, but I don't go deep into all the players until Friday. But if you have questions on Thursday, yes, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I understand that, but we still got fandom. We still got football. What you mean? We got 3 games tomorrow. We got a Black Friday game we got to get ready for. Okay, Coach is right here. Might be a little shorter show because of this Thanksgiving. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is we're gonna have some fun. So yeah, tune in tomorrow. We're gonna go over that, and we're gonna go over all of the games for tomorrow, basically, to get you guys ready. No, ain't nobody coming on early. So I'll be here at 9 o'clock sharp. Wait, let me make sure. Game starting that doggone early in the morning. Real quick. Let me use my phone. Coach may have to do a special episode due to these Thanksgiving games, but let me double check. Maybe it would just come on nice and normal. All right, go to this NFL app, check these game times real quick. Thursday, first game is at 12:30. All right, so we're good. So, yeah, we are good. We are good. So, Coach will be here bright and early at 9 a.m., getting you guys ready for all the games for tomorrow, basically. Who to start and sit for all those games for tomorrow and for that Friday. But I'll do that one on Friday because I have a Friday show. So, tune in for those, guys. Till then, Coach is out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.